Hey everybody. This video I kind of want to talk about, you know, a novelization based on a movie and the movie that's based on a novel. Um, a lot of people will say, "Oh, so you read the book, so you know pretty much what's going to happen." Yes, that is very true. One thing that if you read a book that's based on a movie, you get more details about like the character. You go into depth more with the character in a book than you do the actual that movie. They might throw in like, oh, this character is smart and witty, or whatever the case might be, but you might not pick up on that right away in the movie. Whereas if you read the book, the author of the book is already telling you about, the personalities of the character. One thing also is in the book you can use your imagination. When you're reading, uh, say example, a Star Wars novelization of one of the movies, your imagination runs wild on like what these characters look like, what the vehicles look like, the creatures. I mean, it just doesn't have to be Star Wars. It could be like some other novelization. The Jurassic Park novelization is totally different from the actual movie. Um, from what I can remember, when I read the novelization, I actually read the novelization after I saw the movie. Uh, at one point, they actually go to the mainland. Grant, if you ever saw the first Jurassic Park movie, Grant and all of them actually chase the dinosaurs to the mainland. Another example is the novelization of The Lost World, Jurassic Park, compared to the movie. Jeff Goldblum's character in the book actually, from what if I can remember correctly, his character actually dies in The Lost World. And I mean, I could be wrong. It's been a while since I read the book, but I think um, he actually died in the Lost World Jurassic Park book compared to what was in the movie. Also, there were in the Lost World. I do know this for a fact. In the Lost World Jurassic Park book, actually two kids showed up on the island. Sort of like went along with them. Like they hid out in the bunker of their little aircraft stuff, and actually went over with them to the island. Their books are totally different from the actual film, and to me, they're more interesting to read than actually seeing the movie. Yeah, the movie is great, but with the novelization of that movie, when you read it, it's really you're like I said, you're using your imagination. You're picturing it all in your head, and if they turn it into a movie, it's like, oh, that's exactly the way I pictured that, or I in my mind I pictured it a little bit differently. And books go into show you more of like other characters. One example is I actually read Star Wars: The Force Awakens novelization, and everybody's like, if you have seen the movie, when the First Order blows up some of the New Republic's, the Resistance planets, there's this one woman who actually like comes out onto a balcony with some other senators in support of Leia, and just looks like astonishing, like, oh, she knew that she was going to die along with all these other supporters. So if you actually read the book, you would actually know who that person was. So reading a book about a movie somewhat pays off because, you know, they don't throw everything in. You're like, well, who is that? They never showed that person, you know, before until now. So my suggestion to you, if you really like a certain movie, and if there's a book based on that movie, I would highly recommend reading the book, because it just might open up, like, you get more details of it, and you get much likely get a better sense of the movie. So my recommendation is, if there's a book out there about a movie, read it. You might find it more entertaining than the movie itself. I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye.